Now you know how Ryan Gosling felt in Blade Runner.
びっくりした。ここ僕のお気に入りの場所なんだ。5月14日ね。あとね、PRE の MM でライブもある。
And that's a VTuber from Hololive. I mean, like, a lot of this stuff is really popular now. I mean, especially over in Japan, people love VTubers over there. Like, if you look at top female streamers, like, take a look at this. So this is just for 2024. Anime, 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 anime. The top 5 aren't even real girls. That's it. And this is 2024. Now, let me take a look at this by peak viewers. Take a look at this. So, most popular female streamers, let's see here recently. Most popular female streamer viewership, and this is from Q4. Let's go ahead and open this tab as well. So, you have right here, this is from Twitch, Kick, and also YouTube. So, number 1, Madison Beer. That makes sense. She's really hot. But besides that, anime, 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 right? Every single one. It's insane how popular these VTubers are. And I don't think people even understand the size and popularity of it yet. I think it's going to keep getting bigger too. And the reason why I think VTubing is going to keep getting bigger is because a lot more people are, let me think of a good way to say it. So guys are becoming increasingly afraid and uncomfortable being around real women. This is a phenomenon that I've observed. And I think that this has been exacerbated by things like, you know, for example, women posting photos or like images of guys trying to like hook up with them to like embarrass the guy, or, you know, women complaining about guys talking to them at the gym or whatever. Actually, you know what? Let's take a step back. We're going to go all the way with this. I'm going to go all the way with this. So the reason why guys are moving away from interacting with women, there's a lot of reasons. Number 1, guys don't have access to money in the same way that they used to, but there are still a lot of cultural expectations that men are supposed to be financial support, right? And so a lot of guys don't have access to that early on, so they feel like they can't go on dates or do anything because they don't have the money to do it. That's one big thing, right? And then you have the second thing is that there are no, and this is what's referred to, it's very common, you know, phenomenon, and a lot of you guys already understand what this term means. There are no third spaces anymore, and the internet is the only third space that really exists for people in general. And so what a third space is a place that is besides your home, and it's besides your either work or your school that you go to in order to interact with other people. So a third space would be something like a card shop. It would be something like, well, there aren't any girls there, but like theoretically, like it's a card shop for a Hello Kitty trading game, let's say. And so it'd be a card shop, a bar, a church, like a dance hall, a clubs, right? Anything like that. A gym. Yep, something like that. Skate park. Yeah, remember the skate parks back in the day? And I remember this so well. Exactly. So that's another reason why guys aren't talking to girls anymore. And then the other reason is that men, I think, have been indoctrinated, and in some cases in good ways, and for good reason, that approaching women in public randomly is something that a lot of women do not appreciate. The reason why, like, for example, like, I never would. I'm just not this kind of person, right? But, like, theoretically, I would never just, like, cold approach a girl because I've never heard a girl say that she likes being cold approached. So if I'm looking to have a relationship with a person that I want to care about and build a relationship with, why would I begin that by doing something that I think would make them uncomfortable? Some don't mind being bothered. Okay, so this is another problem, right? And so this is another meta-level problem, is that the American culture used to be much more homogenous, right? And so, for example, in like the 1950s or the 60s, a lot of people had the same expectations on romance. They had the same expectations on relationships, and society was more one-dimensional, and it was more congruent, right? It was much more based on religion. It was much more, you know, like I would say heteronormative, obviously much more white. Of course, that makes a difference, and all these things, right? It was much less multicultural. So as multiculturalism has taken over, and you've had more of that, one of the negative effects of that is that you're going to have a lot of cultural friction. So in different cultures, romance is approached differently, right? And in some cultures, the pursuit of like the girl where she says no, and the guy keeps trying to win her over, that's what some girls want to have. But the problem is that that's also what a lot of other girls do not want to have. One girl's romance story is another girl's stalker story. My love is stronger than any restraining order. To somebody out there, to a lot of girls out there, if the guy is attractive enough, they love that. But the fact is that most of them don't. Most of them don't, right? Exactly. Now, let's think about COVID. So COVID, basically, in my opinion, it nearly doubled the amount of permanently online internet users. So now you have way more people that are on the internet all the time, and they actually spend more time looking at anime cat girls than they do at real women. The more and more guys feel like they don't have access and they don't have the ability to have a relationship with a real girl, the more that they're going to turn towards anime girls, because anime girls never have weird, super progressive political opinions that are stupid. They never get older. They never turn into hags. Don't you feel it's pathetic? I think that yes, it is, but like at the same time, it's just what's happening. Right? I'm not really, I don't like passing judgment on a lot of things. So I do, but like, I don't really focus on it a lot. It's becoming way more popular. Imagine all your ancestors managed to get laid, but you don't. It has to be a worse thing for a lineage. Well, yeah, because then it wouldn't continue. I think that probably would be the worst thing. Absolutely. I can't tell. Are you dissing VTubers or dissing on society? Why would I diss VTubers? I think VTubers are great. I think VTubing for women is a tremendous equalizer in a way that is incredibly healthy. And the reason why is because now women don't have to worry about the way that they look, and they can actually be approached and viewed for their personality and the way that they can entertain an audience, rather than just be looked at as a one-dimensional sex object. So I actually think that VTubing, in a way, it's like a good example of how putting on a mask can allow people to see the real you. And I think that really it definitely removes a lot of issues that women have in the streaming space. For example, constant comments on their appearance that are detrimental and, cause mental illness. I know obviously you should be able to deal with it, but a lot of girls can't, and that's just the way it is. You have also aging is a big thing. It just is. That's just how it is. You don't have to worry about that. You also don't have to worry about stalkers. It's harder for people to recognize you in public. So because of that, there's a lower probability of people trying to do something weird with you if you're popular. So you put all of these things together, and yes, I think VTubing is very healthy for women, and I completely support it, and I think it's a great thing. I think also for guys too, but for women, it solves a number of problems that are exclusive to them that men don't have on the same level. So yeah, that's my viewpoint.